And actually what started me on this, I wanted to be a nurse. I did not want to be in business. I wanted to take care of people who were sick. And my mom was a dentist. And whenever I was in college, she ended up getting embezzled for quite a big amount of money for someone who'd worked for her for 20 years. And in that moment, I had to kind of start taking night classes and help her office because she also didn't trust anybody at that point to do it. And so I was 18, had no idea what I was doing, and started working as her dental office front manager alongside a forensic accountant. And I sat next to that person, and I just was fascinated by, like, how can this happen? Like, how did this happen? What did they do? What, and when it all came down to it, it was really just, my mom was a fantastic, wonderful, very caring dentist, very passionate about what she did, but business was not her thing. And when you go to dental school, you do not learn business, and the checks and the balances are there for a reason. There's a reason these things exist to mitigate things like that. Like, on a personal note, I know I mentioned I have 3 kids, but my oldest is 15, and there's so many things that I've been very political my whole life. And she never was interested until probably, I would even say, just like maybe the last month. I really don't think she paid attention, but there are things happening around, and stuff that concerns her, that it's like, okay, I feel this fear that, despite all of everything else in politics, what I do know to be true is life is a lot harder and more complicated than it was when I was younger, and more expensive and stressful. And the speed and all of this is not good for us as humans in terms of what this does to our bodies, what this does to our minds, what this does to our souls over long periods of time, of feeling like you can't get ahead, or the odds are so stacked against you that there's a lot of defeat and a lot of negative emotion and impacts to everyone. And so it's one of those things where it's like, I look at them and I'm just like, okay, I got to do fucking something, because I need you to not feel all the feelings that I've had to go through in some of these pain points that I just really feel like there's this resistance people have, like, oh, that can't be done. It can't be done. Well, I've experienced that in a lot of large transformations in companies, especially at Boeing. This is the way it's always been done. It can't be done any other way. I promise you it can. It can be different. It can be better. Things can change, but the idea is so massive that people just don't know where to start. So this project is super duper near to my heart, and I'm placing a lot of my personal hope for myself and my kids on its success.